Hi everybody, I'm Phil Smy. Welcome to my in-depth reviews of the Tai Lopez Business Entrepreneurship Accelerator program. We're up to step number 15. This one is called Profit Maximization. So Tai starts out with this idea about default. And you don't want to be a default entrepreneur. And so many people go through their lives on default, doing the thing that everybody does. The person who doesn't consciously choose why they do their things. And he says, be a picker, not, someone who's picked last, really. And never do things that aren't part of your strategy. Don't do things just because. You can do things that other people do. We're not saying just don't do things that other people do, but you should do them because they're part of your strategy, and your strategy hopefully is tailored to who you are and what your business is. You look at, different businesses, successful businesses, do different things. You look at Walmart's strategy of sell lots for a small profit margin to Ferrari's strategy, which is to not sell so many but for a huge profit margin. And there's different ways of going about it. And Tai has 7, what he calls business options. I'm going to whip through this because I have some comments to make at the end of this. He's got his 7 options here. One is commodity. And a commodity is where you're selling something that's indistinguishable from the competition. It's a brick or it's a bar of steel or whatever. And the price is set outside of yourself. And you have to have some kind of competitive advantage because how are you going to sell steel otherwise, So that's the commodity business. You have the brand business, and it can be a luxury brand or a mid-range brand or a cheap, or I should say, what do you call it, a value brand. But you have something that would work on brand. You have a high volume business option, exclusivity business option. This idea of free, a business that runs on free, and a business that runs on freemium, which is you get people in for free and then charge them later, or this idea of a monopoly. So that's the things that Tai lists out. But basically what he's doing is mishmashing the great concepts that are available in this book called Business Model Strategy and the concepts of the business model canvas. I've never experienced a business or found a business that doesn't fit into the concepts outlined in that book. So go, and I have a course about that book as well. It's free. It's not a course. It's a series of videos about that book as well because I think it's so valuable for entrepreneurs and anyone in business to understand business model canvas. And there is a clear definition about these different options, and what Tai gives is not it. So this is one of the episodes I really have a problem with him. That I think he's just doing something for the sake of padding or whatever, but I think it's a little bit dangerous. Personally, I would say go and read the book, Business Model Strategy. Because he talks about things like saying Snapchat is a monopoly on instantly disappearing photos, or that Facebook is a monopoly on social media. They are not monopolies. They may be market leaders, they may be, gorillas that wipe out other people, but there are other people. So they are not monopolies. And there are very few monopolies in this world. And I think when Peter Thiel said he only invested in monopolies, he was only half serious because, PayPal, for instance, is not a monopoly, or these other things. So, yeah. I suggest stop right now and go and watch some videos about business model strategy, business model canvas, buy the book. There's a couple of them actually. Do something about that because you really need to understand the concept of business models. You really have to understand it. There's no getting around it if you're serious about making money and being long-term. Anyway, so I'm going to end it. He did have 3 questions, and I'll give you the 3 questions. So what's an example in your business that you've done something by default simply because you thought it was what you should do and you didn't really know why. Question number 2 is, of these models, which one appeals to you? And question number 3 is there any way you can work a free or freemium structure into your business or a monopoly? And my answer to this would be, please read the book of Business Model Strategy and you really understand the power of free and the power of freemium. Anyway, that's it for now. My name's Phil Smythe. This is my in-depth review of Tai Lopez's Business Accelerator program. We'll see you very soon for step number 16.